All right, people, welcome to the coach's desk again with Coach Minzy. And we'll be talking some track and field this morning. And we have Olympian World Championship representative. We also have this individual who has attended Commonwealth Games, CAC Games, Pan Am Games. And in studio with Coach's Desk, this person is none other than Roxroy Cato.
Yeah, definitely. Roxroy Cato. Everybody say Cato. Roxroy kind.
Welcome to the Coach's Desk, man.
Yeah, good to be here, Thanks for the invite.
Yes, man, you're welcome, and thank you for accepting this invitation. Now, let's get right into it. Tell the people how you got involved in your track and field.
Wow. So, the journey all began my senior year of high school. As everybody know, or most people should know, I attended Green Island High School in Hanover, coached by the great Sir Mac.
Yes.
So Mr. Mark, I used to be on the soccer team, and Mr. Mark, it was a sports day, and then I ran at the sports day, and then Mr. Mark approached me and was like, yo, you could get a scholarship and go to school, and I could see you doing some good things in track and field. So that's how I got started my senior year of high school. So all of this success that I've gotten over the years started with one man who decided he wanted to believe in me and, give me a chance to be myself, which was Mr. That's how I got started.
All right, kudos to Sir Mac. So you're one of those athletes who would have been a late bloomer, so to speak. So
definitely
you have a young training age.
Definitely. Like in my, especially for my event, I'm a baby in my event. I've only been in the event, call it 7 years, right? And it's been like the last 2 years, I'm really like getting the real like feel for the event. So I feel like, I'm a baby to the event.
All right. So people who don't know, Roxroy Cato is actually a 400-meter hurdler. All right.
Yeah.
So now, Roxroy, how was your time been at Lincoln University and St. Augustine University? Tell the people about that.
Lincoln University was so I attended UTech straight from high school and then got a scholarship to Lincoln University. It was really life-changing experience for me. It gave me like a eye-opening experience as to what it is to compete in America in a Division II school and under a coach with a certain type of philosophy. I mean, it was good, but I only spent a year at Lincoln. Most of my good results came from when I went to St. Augustine University. Which,
do you need more tattoos? But I will get another one.
That's where I ran most of like my best times and really learn the event, like learn the hurdling event and how to like proper like running mechanics and how to actually approach and structure your race so you can get the most out of each race. And I was under the guidance of Coach George Williams, one of the greatest hurdle coaches who ever blessed this event. So it was a good experience. I would say Lincoln University was an eye-opener, but North Carolina, St. Augustine's University really put me on that platform to compete against the best of the best in the world.
Okay, wonderful. Now, at the CSC Games, Roxroy.
Yeah.
That's in 2010. You won bronze medal at the doing the 400-meter hurdles and also gold representing the relay 4x400-meter team there. What was that feeling like?
That my first time competing for Jamaica was a senior team, and that was my first team.
Yes.
So earlier that year, I made the under-23 team, and I was leading up to the last hurdle and fell at the last hurdle right after leading, and everybody passed me. So and then the CAC was further on down in the summer, so it was like a revenge for me then. So it was like my first time actually competing against guys who are on the same level as I am. it was a good experience because all the guys were like older than me, so they were kind of like guiding me. And it was like most of the same guys that were on the CAC teams are the same guys that I went on to make the Olympic team with and the Pan Am Games. It's the same set of guys. But it was, I have a little story about that 4x4. So after Coulson, I don't know, it was in Puerto Rico. I don't know if you guys know Javier Coulson. So Javier Coulson is like, it's like how Bolt is the king for Jamaica. Javier Coulson, the man for Puerto Rico. So Javier Coulson, Leifert Green beat Javier Coulson in the 400 hurdles, right? And that night, the stadium was packed for Javier Coulson race. And you see, when we went out an hour later for the 4x4, the stadium empty. Like after Javier Coulson lose, we literally run the 4x4 against just the teams alone in at the stadium. Literally. Oh yeah, and then that year too, that was 20, I actually beat the guy Felix Sanchez in the 400 hurdle, and then the following year he went and won the Olympic Games. So that was kind of like, I was like, wow. Like a year before, I beat this guy and then went to the Olympics and watched this dude run 47 seconds like it's nothing, you know?
Yeah.
But it kind of was, when he won that last Olympics, he was 30, I think he was 36 at the time. 35 or 36 in that year. And it just kind of showed me that, if you take care of your body and push towards, anything that you put your mind to, it's possible.
Yeah, man. Well said. Well said. Now, you mentioned the Olympics.
Yeah.
2008, we had a stellar Olympic.
Definitely.
Right. And fast forward into 2012, it was even better because Jamaica was really on the map, and the likes of Usain Bolt, Shelley and Fraser Price, and some youngsters coming up, we did extremely well. You made that team. I want you to describe that feeling of being a Jamaican in London.
Oh my God. So you feel like you're at home because the training camp is in Birmingham.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're at home, lots of Jamaicans there, and then they brought up like the chefs and stuff from Jamaica at the training camp. So you literally feel like you were at home. The atmosphere was great, actually. And then you know what's funny? When we went to London, it was even you feel like you're in Jamaica as well because there was a lot of Jamaicans. And then the first Jamaican to bless the track for the track and field, nobody didn't really know, but it was me. We had a team meeting the night before. And my event, track event, that a Jamaican was gonna compete in, and it was so much pressure on me that day because the night before we had a team meeting, and they're like, "Oh, you're setting the tone for the whole team, so you have to go represent." Yo, listen, I walked out in that stadium at 9:00 in the morning, thinking nobody was gonna be in the stadium, and the stadium was full to the ceiling.
Yes.
I said I almost shrinked I almost sink into the ground. That's how nervous I was. But, it was a good experience and kind of helped me to be a better competitor, So.
All right. Well said. Now, moving on over to the Commonwealth game. You got disqualified at the 2014 games. And a year later, you made the national team to the Pan Am Games. How special was that Pan Am Games bronze medal for you after that disappointment of that disqualification?
2014 was a year where I was in one of the best shapes of my life, except for 2016. But 2014, it was like that year when I finally got my steps down.
Right. Sorry to interrupt you. You also made your PB in that year.
Yeah. 14. So it was like that year when I had like my steps were down. So no matter what me do, when I touch the track, I run 48 seconds, 49, nothing. It was just one of those things where I'm used to hurdling with the left leg, and then the right leg comes and it throw off the race. So you have to learn to adjust, or you get disqualified. It was just one of those things where after that year, 2014, 2015 was special to me in Canada because I'm in Canada right now. It was special because most of my family was in Canada, right? And they've never seen me compete live.
Yes.
They were in the stadium, so it was just right for me to get a medal at the Pan Am Games, just to make everybody feel good. So it was just, run to the best of my abilities, get on that podium, represent Jamaica,
All right. Your second Olympics, 2016.
Yeah.
You again made that national senior team. to the Olympic Games or another Olympic game. So it was a back-to-back Olympic team you would have been making.
Yeah.
Now, this time it was in Brazil. Now,
Yeah.
how did you brush aside the anguish and disappointment of not doing well in 2012? Because you did not do so well in 2012 Olympic.
2012.
But you made
Yeah,
the finals in 2016 and you actually came 5th. Talk to us about that.
2012, I coached myself to that Olympics, you know? So it was like me waking up early, grinding and staying dedicated and just trying to get on the Olympic team. My goal was to get on that Olympic team, you know? I knew I wasn't strong enough and fast enough and had the experience to get a medal, but I was just going with it to see how far I can go. So for 2012 now, it was more of all that training and experience that I've accumulated over the years now. I was trying to put all that together to get on that podium, you know, and then 2016, I was in great shape as well. So I was running 48 seconds like it was nothing, got on the team perfectly fine. So it was more like execution, you know, which at that time I was training with George Williams still in North Carolina. So, you know, everything was good. My confidence was good. You know, it was one of the best years. The team atmosphere was good. Everything was good, you know. So it was just all about going out there and compete to the best of your abilities.
Awesome there, Roxroy. Now, we mentioned that you have a PB of 48.48 seconds. What would have caused you not to go sub 48 as yet?
I feel like my main reason for not dipping under 48 seconds is injury. Injury plagued me for like a year and a half. Like I finally feel like now that I'm finding like my rhythm and self again, you know? So as I said, track and field is a sport where it's a lot of courage and dedication and hard work to remain at the top, especially when you have 5 or 10 other guys running just as you. If you're not healthy, it don't make no sense. So it's all about staying healthy and finding like new ways to push to the next level.
Okay, awesome.
So I feel like, yeah.
You feel like?
Yeah, so I feel like, so if I don't know if all of the guys know anything about the 400 hurdles, but if you check the history of the 400 hurdles, right? Dating back to the 90s, nobody has ever won the 400 hurdles. Like no youngsters ever come out of nowhere and won the 400 hurdles, right? It's an event where it's almost like the 800 where you have to accumulate lots of races and experience, and then on that day, if your steps are on, you're ready, and you have to practice steps in you have to practice that in training. And if you check 2016, the guy that won 2016 Olympics, right? Kieran Clement.
Right.
Out of nowhere, you know, because the year before that, dude, I was running faster than the dude the year before that, right?
Yeah.
And dude, because I beat him at 2015 Pan Am Games, because he got fourth at the Pan Am Games, right? Beat him fair and Pan Am Games, and then a year later he came back and won the Olympic Games. That just show you, right? Because when he was going through the rounds, I didn't know how to run the rounds. I was running my first run. I ran 48 seconds. His first run was 50 seconds, right? It just shows about experience and being there before, and then taking all that experience and then using it when you get there, you know. So it's a grown man event and it's all about experience. And I feel like right now I stand a good chance if I'm healthy and I take care of myself.
All right, sounding good. You made mention that you're in Canada. Who are you currently training with?
Right now I'm training with Lifestyle Athletics. It's a new group formerly founded by me and my girlfriend. So basically self-training like 2012.
Okay.
Yeah. I do get pointers from coaches now and then, but most like my workout and so that I structure is from what I used to do in North Carolina. When I the program I was doing in 2014, it was all recorded. You understand? It was all written down, so that whole year the program was written down. So now I'm following that same program and then I'm like tweaking it with the things that I feel like.
Okay, awesome. So next year is the Olympic year, and your plan and aim is to make your 3rd Olympics team.
Yes, and that's it.
How is that progress coming on?
It's been going pretty good. Like last year, so 2019, because 2018 I didn't really do anything because I went hard 2016. I went hard for 2015 for 2016, then I went hard 2016. So 2017 we kind of like did I go hard, but then my back off 2018 for recover and let my body recoup for 2019, 2020. So everything was going good until the Corona pandemic. Because I was actually in Jamaica in January, February, running meets because I ran at the Gibson release.
Right.
Ran 48 seconds, and then I ran at the Pelican Huey Mona. It's called the Huey Mona Invitational.
Yes.
So I ran 47 seconds. So I was on target. My times were dropping in the 400. So I knew I was right on target. But in a way, it's a good thing because the more time we get for prepare, the better me I go run. You understand? And the healthier I'll be. So if them say, yo, next year is just more time to prepare and get ready for next year, because I'm not really worried about trying to go and compete and run a bunch of meets. Yes. My thing is to prepare and get ready for the trials next year to get on the team.
Yes.
You understand? So it's just coming out every day and taking it day by day and staying healthy and just working on what I need to work on. I feel like I've mastered hurdling with both legs now, because one of my downfall was getting disqualified because of my right lead leg. So now I'm kind of mastered right lead leg. I don't even know which one is my favorite anymore. Like anyone come, you understand?
Yes.
And I feel like it's gonna make a big difference.
Sounded good. So Roxroy, we are out of time.
Yeah, man.
We just want to give you the opportunity to give a shout out to anyone out there, or you want to say to a youngster who wants to take on track and field as a career. What would you say?
First of all, if take care, guys. To any youngster out there who's trying to take on track and field as a career, you have to love it first. You can't go in it thinking that you're going out to make some money or hype or fame. Or you want to be like Usain Bolt, or you want to be like this person or that person. Because nobody can be Usain Bolt. Nobody can be Roxroy Cato. Nobody can be anybody else. You have to be yourself. You have to own whatever your craft is, and you have to love it first and foremost. And you have to go in it with the intention that you're trying to push beyond the limits and improve and touch people's life. You understand?
Yes.
And so that I would say to the youngsters. And shout out. So I see you have a YouTube channel. I'm subscribe to your YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel to Lifestyle Athletics. It's on YouTube. You just type it in Lifestyle Athletics. We have workouts. We have vlogs. We have vlogs about the preparation to the Olympics. And just don't really have nobody for shout out right now. It's just I'm just here on my journey, and I will shout out your channel. And from what I see, seems like you're doing some good things, and the school that you mentioned is a good school. So keep doing good work.
Yeah, man.
And I appreciate the little interview.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for giving us the time here on Coach's Desk, and we wish you all the best in your journey of making a third Olympics team. Yeah, and this time around, like they say, third time is a charm. So you might be winning a medal, and we wish you all the best on your journey. Thanks very much again. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, man. Thank you. Have a blessed day.